we were at crisis levels concerning the border at the beginning of 2019, what we are seeing now is a full-blown threat to the continuation of the United States as a constitutional republic. Conservative Review reports, according to preliminary weekly data used internally by CPB and given to Conservative Review by a Border Patrol agent who must remain anonymous because he is not authorized to speak to the press, 71,834 illegal aliens were apprehended between points of entry in the state of Texas from May 1st to May 28th. That works out to a daily pace of 2,565 per day, or a flow of 936,408 annually, just in the state of Texas alone. One has to go back to fiscal year 2006 to find this level of annual apprehensions in all 4 border states combined. This ensures that May will now crush April's unfathomable numbers. The same internal preliminary CPB data for April shows that 60,476 illegals were apprehended in Texas during an equivalent 28-day period from April 3rd through April 30th. That means that illegal immigration into Texas likely increased roughly 18.8% in May over April. The Department of Homeland Security reported U.S. Border Patrol agents assigned to the Del Rio station apprehended a large group of 116 individuals. Large groups present a unique challenge for the men and women of the Del Rio section, said Chief Raul Ortiz. This large group from Africa further demonstrates the complexity and severity of the border security and humanitarian crisis at our southwestern border. This is the first large group apprehended in the Del Rio sector and the first large group of people from Africa, including nationals from Angola, Cameroon, and the Congo, apprehended on the southwest border this year. Agents have encountered 182 large groups of more than 100 individuals across the southwest border so far this fiscal year. If you didn't know already, the Congo just recorded its 1,000th Ebola death back in May of 2019.
They're seeing crossers with contagious infections, and sources tell me right now, all that's separating the sick from the healthy, this caution tape, and agents tell me that's not enough.
We're sending people everywhere, and the average person, the average citizen doesn't realize what's going on down here.
Agent Chris Cabrera's concerns go way past the hundreds of women and children that cross the Rio Grande River every day in southern Texas.
We're having an outbreak of scabies that it's been going on for a month or so now. They're all contagious. So now we're transporting people to different parts of the state, different parts of the country, and some of these viruses are asymptomatic at this point. They're not showing the symptoms.
Just the fact that we're exposed to it, and so is everybody else here in South Texas, is a great concern to us.
Acting DHS Secretary Kevin McAleenan recently told Congress that nearly 9 in 10 illegal aliens released into the United States are not showing up to court hearings. By all accounts, the United Nations Replacement Migration Plan is devastating the demographic makeup of the United States. What had once been a majority of mainly European ancestry that included the founders of the United States, added to a steady flow of assimilated Asians, African Americans, Central Americans, and South Americans that had either immigrated generations ago or recently assimilated, those American citizens will become the minority within a couple of generations. And it's not about race, it's about politics. The United States' future leaders will follow in the footsteps of other politicians supported by their refugee communities, rejecting the Constitution for a third world anarchy that will tear this country apart if we let it.
I hope to bring a unique insight to the lives and the struggles that refugees lead and the kind of opportunities and hope they're looking for once they come here.
I want to make sure that here in the United States, we understand that there are other countries who take in so many people of the world's most pained people. And in the United States, we could do better.
This is not going to be the country of the xenophobics. This is not going to be the country of white people. This is not going to be the country of the few. This is the country of the many.
Of course, the power-mad Democrats who would politicize a train wreck if they needed to, rather than investigate the cause, are becoming just as big a threat to the stability of the United States as the flood of illegals from all over the world pouring over the border. John Bowne reporting.